Okay, I know I'm late. I know I'm late, but only by like a little bit. Give me just 2 more seconds. Right. And we're good to go. Hello, everybody. Actually, that was the wrong screen. This was the correct one, the just chatting screen reel. Hello, welcome. I should have just turned the music down, but it is still blasting in my ear. Not that sea noises. Ooh, and my mic is forever away and really loud. Okay, that should be a little bit better. Yes. Not that sea noises aren't amazing, but yeah, when they're blasting in your ear. Sorry, I'm just like a smidge late. I was getting some din, and making sure that everything was just all good and set up. Why is it purple? We had it green, and it changed itself to purple for some reason. I don't know. I kind of like the purple better. Whatever, that's fine. Yes, I am trying to like make the area a little bit better. You can see mermaid right down there, right here. Like here's the edge of the here's the edge of the squishmallow, and then on the other side is merman. It's so cute. Um, yeah. So today we are playing What Remains of Edith Finch. I know this game is forever old and everybody has played it, but I have never seen it all the way through. I've never played it. Um, and it's one of my like gaming bucket lists because I really enjoy visual novels. I like horror games. I know there are different horror aspects. I know that I've watched bits and pieces of it. Um, and obviously, it being like a visual novel style game, it is all about like the journey that it takes you on. It's not exactly like a fighting or a goal oriented or whatever. It's unraveling mysteries and stories, which I'm really into. So, without further ado, let's play. This is a harder transition to do um while streaming than it is when I'm recording videos. The whole like let's play thing, because then I can just like kind of putz around for a minute, and when I edit it, just cut it to the next thing. It'll get easier when I get it. All right. Edith Finch journey. Okay.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
All right. And I'm going to have Dorian confirm with me that he hears sound. Okay, cool. Just heard dialogue and everything. Perfect. No, I know. It takes a minute for everything to catch up. Plus, it's hard to hear me. I first want to go back.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
Oh, okay.
My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
And if you have information about Milton, call the Orcas Island Police Department. But missing October 23rd, 2000. So, would have been 20 years ago. Oh, wow. And he would be about my age. But, like, a little bit older than me. Disappearance 11. Alright. This is a gorgeous place to have a kind of wonky style house. Ooh. Okay, shift.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Well, hi. You're like little purple snowbells or something? Our mailbox. Orca's Island Gazette.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Final notice. Me reach in? Nope. Okay.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh, we just walk through it. Well, I ruined the aesthetic of the game. Ooh. Pretty, pretty. This must have taken forever to design.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Well, she was right. I'm here. Go down this path. Oh, hello. This is gorgeous. Did I just ruin everything, though?
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Okay. So it does have some open world in its design, but definitely hidden in it. Okay. Love the mystery. Love the fact that I don't actually have to read all of this, that there is a voice actress.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Oh, hi. Hi, aren't you just graceful as all get out? Aw. Bye, friend. Aw. Okay. Sing poster again. Family's truck. We're in Washington.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
I'm gonna go up steps instead of that way.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
I could see why. Like, this had to be gorgeous, but I could definitely see being a
Now,
little
as a
dated.
17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Right. Let's go.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
My goodness. A really, like, nerdy part of me is like, oh my goodness, look at all of those books. Another part of me is like, oh, that is a hoarding. Got it. Hey, we have a ramp. And a basement. Alright, does it unlock the garage door? The back door? Oh, we had a puppy! Oh.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
That wasn't where I was going with that. There's a definite keyhole there. But okay. Ooh, peanuts! Wait, never mind. Packing peanuts. A deep fryer? On the light.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Makes sense.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
A bunch of books and wine, I could make that home too.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Aww.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
That's fair. Salmon is one of Draco's favorite meals. Dining room.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
They didn't even bother to do the dishes before they left. Like,
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Oh, great. Made of meat, a good table, wok and tempura. We were really into, like, pretending we could cook. Swan's Way, the Metamorphosis, definitely is not that big. Wait, do I turn it?
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
That's adorable.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Right? The entryway.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Were we shipping our stuff?
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Hello.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Okay. That's kind of neat. I'm curious why it's, like, sealed off. Tasting Thailand. Great-Grandma Edie was not doing well towards the end.
After
there.
Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Okay, well, we can... Ooh!
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Yeah, she's a star, so... Oh, hello! Barbara.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years. until America grew out of it.
I mean it. Ooh. Thought I was gonna walk off the edge there. It does happen. Oh, look at you, you a birdie. Sven and E.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Okay, that is clearly just the bathroom. But Gregory only alive for a year. Alvin.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Got it. All right, to the attic now. Unless we want to explore these ones over here first. Oh, hello. Maybe we do Molly's first.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
That's fair. That'd be nice to be like, oh yeah, my ancestor, I feel like we would have gotten along.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Louis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
20,000 Leagues Under. Hope, are we getting somewhere? Oh, we're getting somewhere.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Chapter 1, The Runaway Reef.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Okay.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
That's cute.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Bathing. Okay, we're at a no turning back point. Oh, we're in Molly's room.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Molly Finch.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
I doubt we'll find something in the hamster, the gerbil
The
food.
gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh, Curly, gerbil food is not a good dinner.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Right, there's got to be something else. I was a child once. I know that I kept a lot of food hidden in my room. December 19th. Which door do I go out of? That one or that one? Try this one. Oh, it's our bathroom.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh, honey. Toothpaste. Oh. Especially this is the 40s. That's just tooth polish.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Honey. That's poison. That's poison. Yeah, if anybody doesn't know, it's very cute and festive for the holidays. Don't ever eat it.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Huh? Birdie buddy?
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Oh.
And suddenly, I was a cat.
Well, I have always wanted to be a cat, to some extent. Can I jump? I believe I can jump. There we go.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Or... I don't like this. Hey, hi. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, buddy.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Oh. Hi. If I jump, how do I get to it? Okay. Alley-oop. Am I purring? That's adorable. I just missed where the bird went. Hi!
I jumped and I almost got her.
Where'd you go, birdie buddy? Hi. Oh.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Here you go. Hi.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Go.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Oh. All right. Where, oh where do I hear these nibbles from?
Rabbits.
Rabbits. All right. Hi, bunny.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
Yeah.
I flew off to find something bigger.
I mean, rabbits are about as big as it gets for an owl, unless you eat like a small dog.
A mama rabbit.
Where?
She was
Catch
almost
two
too
rabbits
big
with
to
only
eat.
2 swoops.
I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
I totally remember this
Suddenly,
being
I
the
was a
first story we
shark.
play. Maybe if you went to the... Oh. If you went into the attic first, maybe it's a different story that starts you. Because yeah, I didn't go to the attic. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this thing. Okay. Okay. Dylan, we jump. All right. Yeah. Gotta keep it moving. Get that momentum
I
flying.
rolled off a cliff and into the
Yeah,
ocean.
into the water.
Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Right. But fish are friends, not food.
I wanted
Oh.
fat, juicy seals.
This was not a good one for me to start on.
It tasted really good.
Ooh.
Grabbed on tight. I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When
Possibly,
I
but
opened
honestly, I
my
might
eyes,
be wrong.
everything had
In 2
changed.
years. Oh, I was just reading your... Am I an octopus now? Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Do I want the people and not the bird?
I was
Hi,
big,
you're a people.
but I moved real quiet.
Ooh, okay.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Hi. I think I missed whatever she was about to say. I have to go all the way back outside, don't I? Oh. Hi.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Lovely. Octopus are kraken! Well, I don't know many snow-faring krakens,
I
but...
slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Hey. Gross, 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 gross. Yep, I thought we were gonna pop out in someone's toilet. Of course, because why would we do anything but that? Oh my goodness, this could give someone motion sickness. Once again, lovely.
I got closer and closer.
Are we back in Molly's room? The bird? Feeling it's gonna be Molly. Feeling it's gonna be Molly. Molly like spirit bonded with the thing that
all my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
So Molly was taken by the monster under the bed?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Okay.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
So wait. Okay, so Molly and Barbara, I think, were sisters. No. I get so confused with how to read a family tree. Okay, Odin had 2 children, Sam and Walter. Walter passed away without having kids. Sam, I think, had Calvin, Barbara, and Molly. Or some variation of it. I'm sure it will make more sense as I progress.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Aww. That's adorable.
I can't
I
describe
don't think
it,
it'd be
but
very practical.
I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Oh. Get a jellyfish pillow. Yeah, a little bit of that tentacular, or where the idea of that tentacular. Is there a cat out there? Oh, okay. Well, we're not gonna play the tree game.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
I keep forgetting that I'm like an active participant.
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
What?
Her room was like a museum.
Joining the Great Majority. Mysteries of Death and Thereafter by Odin Finch. Oh. Oh, also by Odin Finch. Okay, cool.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Okay.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
He brought his entire
But
house.
40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Oh, right. The chimney fireplace is made from parts of that house.
Odin's daughter Edie,
Before it
with
sank,
husband Sven
got it.
and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Okay.
Whatever's wrong with this
So-
family, it goes back a long ways.
Is that all we get for Odin? Is we know that he's an author, particularly of Joining the Great Majority and Mysteries of Death and Thereafter. Ooh.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Is the mole man the reason that people die?
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Sam Photo Awards of 69, Conspiracy Now, Weird America, The Finches, Random Junk, Chapter 7, Edith Interview, My Friend Bigfoot.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Just because of a little forest fire. Oh, she has a few copies of History of mural sketches, Molly concepts, Barbara concepts.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Why bother? Killed by a dragon. Okay, is part of it outside? Because I felt like when we were walking up, I saw something like by the creek.
Even in her 90s, sometimes
Oh.
Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Ooh. Oh, the bathroom. Oh my god, this is disgusting. The, like, shag carpeting.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Blech. Gross.
It was a
Nastiness.
pretty big trace.
Oh, is this like a skeleton key for all of these, like, book locks? There's a Secret in the Bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch. Okay, I'm curious then.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Hi! Okay.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Kevin Finch. Okay, the door is sealed. This is where Grandma had, like, all of her... Or I guess great-grandma had, like, all of her, brain medicines. I wanted to be sure there was nothing else in here. Okay, seriously, it's not that serious. You're 17. Believe me, you're fine. You get. Couple turn island into a national haven. Murder probe. Clues exhausted. Oh, that's the one that I just read. Okay. Up, back to a point of no return. Fort Calvin. Okay. A lot of hunting, brothers. They really roped off side of the room.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
I feel like that's a bit much.
And that he never talked about him.
The commands.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Calvin.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Same. Oh my god, this thing is broken.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Fair enough.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
I think every
Maybe
kid
if I
thinks
hadn't
about
said
that.
that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Huh?
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Are we actually gonna go all the way around? Hey!
The day
Okay.
he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Oh,
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
everybody does. Everyone does. I used to love swinging, and then when I realized that the physics of it can tip it one way or the other, because I had a bunch of like plastic. I shouldn't say I had a bunch of. My family had a plastic swing set in the backyard, and it would like tip if I went too far. So like going around was impossible, and I would always think about that whenever I'd be like at school on the swings or something. And I would think about how like if everybody is going, then it'll just all tip over at one time. A lot of anxiety. How old did he live? Only 11.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
I don't think that's the right move. I really don't. I will say, I feel like that's something that, like, my sister would write for me at a eulogy. That, like, when I made up my mind, I made up my mind.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
I can't imagine why. Oh. The life of a caterpillar. What is this? I think that's just like
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
ooh. Wait. There's an eek over there. Barbara Finch and the Child Stars. I think this might give us like a better up. Up. Patrick. It's not that hard. Okay. Go. Oh. Alright, well, I guess we have to go back in there if we want to go. You have the liquor cabinet smack dab between a bunch of kids' rooms. Sups.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Yeah, it looks very much like she is. Oh, nope. Nope, get out. I'm messing up the storytelling by not knowing where to go. Just want to explore everything.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
After being a child star? Dreadful Stories, 10 cents, 1961. Yes, starring
Of all
Barbara
the stories
Finch.
people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Featuring Old Jack. Old Jack kind of looks like Sam.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just
BeastieCon.
the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Oh, okay,
I'm
that was
hearing
pretty good.
frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right!
Oh no.
Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
I'll keep that clocked for the basement,
20 minutes
because I already
later,
found that music box.
Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Do I gotta participate? Oh, I gotta participate in this. This is so getting copywritten.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Eh. Yeah, get off there. Big monkey.
The
Out
gang's
of
leader
my
is the
way.
infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Okay. Am I gonna get scared? Am I gonna get scared? It's gonna scam me.
And grew still.
I know this ends in a death. Oh, was I supposed to hit him?
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb,
His crutch.
have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Midnight.
Walter?
Walter.
What's going on up there?
Totally forgot Walter was with us.
Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Can I break stuff? No. Got it. Duly noted. Music box. Did I put the key back? Nope. Key's just out. Right. Oh. I ain't playing with you, little boy. That way.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Oh. I forget that I'm an active part in this.
He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Yeah, there is. Right through here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Okay, we're in Molly's room. Did Molly have...
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Okay.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Hope I'm not turning my back on a hook hand. For exactly that reason.
The hook man had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
What do you want?
Was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
Well, it's a shame you didn't do
Saw
the scream
what
then.
kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent.
Uh-huh.
Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night.
Can't imagine what happened to him.
Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Maybe. Alright, so is Walter's story gonna have something to do with, like, him not speaking anymore or something? Happy birthday, Barbara. Seattle Starlets. Oh, that's right, I have to go back out through this thing. Well, at
I
least
guess
I have
now
the
I
next
know why
clue
Mom
where to
didn't
go.
like me playing with the music box.
Ah, just in case we forgot. I have forgotten where. That's the attic. I think it's downstairs, right? Yeah. Went down here for Barbara. This. Ooh. Oh my goodness, this game is so dark. No. There we go. Yeah, we just discovered that a murder happened here, but you know, that's fine. Let's I guess it didn't technically happen here, it happened upstairs. Ah, the saw.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Okay.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Ooh, okay. There we go.
I
Okay, I'm
remember
like, there
asking
needs to
Mom
be
once
some
about where
light.
Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Fair enough. I feel like most people feel that way. Walter.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
God.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after
okay.
a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today.
Schedules
I
are
was
nice.
expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Uh-huh. Are these just peaches? Yep.
And then one day, everything just stopped.
Oh, no rumbling.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting.
Heck yeah.
I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Yeah. Live your life. Live your life. Be unafraid. Sorry, I'm just looking at all the things here. Jiggly Jello. Or, damn. Red Farm Tomato.
I know it's out there, somewhere.
Alvino's.
Whatever killed Barbara.
Oh.
And
That
Molly,
makes sense.
and Calvin.
Oh, wait. Yeah, so far, all except for one have actually died from monsters, it kind of.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate
Maybe-
all of it, especially the food.
Okay, but these are train tracks.
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Wow. That is ironic. Very ironic death.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Come on, girl, pull it up.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Hi. Oh, darkness. Okay.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Um, I mean, this is gorgeous and all, but they have to go back. Crazy. Can I not go back? Do I just go into darkness? Alright. Do I have to walk all the way back up to the house? I feel like that's a bit too... Especially when I can't, like, run, hasten, and... Nope, there's a path, okay. Oh,
I don't know if I should
that
even be
is
writing
gorgeous.
this.
What a chair?
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Ooh.
But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Oh, nope, we're going this way. We're not going that way. Going
I
this
think
way?
we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but
Oh.
the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oh.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Alvin.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
Eddie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Fair enough.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
I was just seeing if Dorian was still
But
in
looking
here.
back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Ooh, I can see why not. So she's making this for her, I'm gonna assume, daughter, son, child, nondescript child.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Right, we're at a point of no return mark. That said, all right, so it looks like we've gotten Molly, Barbara, Calvin, Odin, Walter. Excuse me. As well as ourselves, who obviously we haven't died yet, but we're on there. So we still have Edie Sr., Sam, John, Gus, Gregory, Lewis, and Milton. I'm going to take a real quick break. I have to get myself some coffee, and I also need to use the bathroom real quick. So I will be right back. All right, and okay. Patrick, get it together. Get it together. I almost just threw my copy across my office space. I almost just hit new game. That would have been tragic. Sorry that took an extra minute. I was talking to asking if I was like understanding what was
Sam
going on,
spent his
which-
life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
But he asked me if I understood what was going on. Kind of a resounding no. Oh, wait, what was this? Use this envelope to order reprint enlargement. Oh.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shoot perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will
Oh my
never
goodness.
forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take
That's-
some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are.
Aww. I take it this one's just a nature shot.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
I don't quite know what I'm supposed to be shooting. Wow, couldn't have given me a single clue what to photograph, could ya? That's gorgeous. But not what I'm looking for, apparently. Oh, did we... Oh, okay. Hang on. Sorry, my quality control. My quality control isn't quality controlling. Aw. Nope, that still isn't it. I'm just gonna take a million photographs. Right, whatever it is has to be hecka standard.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Oh, there we go.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I definitely won't. Hey!
That's a keeper.
Nothing quite like being outside. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to
Okay.
remember this stuff if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
Some
No,
guy
Dad.
who died.
You're always serious. Dad!
Good eyes, Don.
Ooh.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target.
Aw.
Let me get behind you.
This is so cute. I mean, I horribly disagree with hunting, but
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you need to be strong. Great shot, Don. I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
This is torture.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad! Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Oh my god. Ooh. It's strange to think about in certain contexts, like the things that we go through in life. And the fact that we all are going to depart at some point, but we don't know how it's going to happen. Like, he was a Marine. I'm pretty sure he never imagined his life being cut by a hunting trip with his daughter. Quite like that. I'm glad this isn't like a drinking stream, because I'm definitely already getting like the feels.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Gregory. Gone. Oh, the one that only lasted 8. Oh. Divorce contract. Between Sam Finch and Caroline.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Oh, that was the froggy toy that was in the bathroom. I mean, obviously we're in the bathtub.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Whoop. Gregory. Oh, cool. Hi, Ducky.
Time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
Okay.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Dippy.
I wonder what he saw.
No. Oh, can I pop the bubbles? Pop the bubbles. Pop the bubbles.
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw, it sure made him happy.
Badoop. Boing. Oh, there we go. Flowing. I think there's like bubble bath or something there. Which, like, while yes, fun is also incredibly toxic. Bye-bye. There we go.
It sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel her slipping away.
Woo!
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Man.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I mean, he's a baby. Oh. All right, you're making a fool of me. Making a mockery of me. I am a froggy. Alright, can I just hit it from here? Do I need... Yeah, I need it. I need his help. I am not skilled at this. There's a reason I was not a frog. Like,
I wish you could.
there we go.
About the world he saw.
Woo. Oh, too much, too much, too much, too much.
I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything.
Let's try and go up. Let's try and go up. Try and go up. Can't go up anymore. Okay, let's try and go for the drain. Try and go for the drain and make sure it's unplugged.
Wasn't your fault.
Come on. Come on. Yeah, yeah. Just swim a little bit more. A little bit more. Okay, yep. And go up.
Sure as
Nope.
He'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Baby bubble bath. We still have 4 more of these. First ones are like interesting and provocative and fun. And yeah, they get less fun. Okay. Let's go. Gus. Oh, I guess Gus is next.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet
Died young too. 69 to 82. That's 13. 4 poems for Gus.
A poem for Gus, who
Oh,
always
a
said
poem
the
for
wedding
Gus.
was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Come on, turn around.
My father made
Turn
him
the
come,
letters
of
around.
course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Ooh. Okay. I am not not the most dexterous.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Let's kind of see. Oh, we can hit things. Oh. Tree. Great. Visible wall. So. Words that I remember. Okay. Ooh, hi.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
I mean, sounds about right.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Over here. Yep. You're gonna get struck by lightning. I take it the next clue's over by the tent. Oh, no, 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 no. It's... Oh, hi.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Hey.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
I wish that. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Hard. All very much things that teenager would like, with some stuff from. Okay. We press forward. We keep going. Raise flag. 7:30. Breakfast. 8. Quiet time. 11. Duties. Dawn. Sweep trash. Gus. Mop and mow yard. Greg. Be a baby. Oh, it's so cute. Right. Where do we go from here now? Meal ready to eat. Oh, a kitty cat and a squirrel facing off. Okay. Oh. Okay, so we do still need to figure out Dawn, who I guess is back in that room. But it didn't look like she had anything. Her bed was empty. Give it one more go in there, and then if not, then we're gonna head back outside. This game has, like, fair direction, but There are certain bits. Yeah, Dawn. But she has nothing. Oh. That's the locker open. Make sure you speak up a bit or turn your mic gain up a tad. Testing, testing, testing. Okay, there we go. Yep. We have to be going somewhere else, right? Oh, up here is somewhere else.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Donna's the mother, so she moved out of her childhood room. That makes more sense.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Oh, but she didn't move. Okay. Oh, she has little incense. Oh, okay. Got very into her religion.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
It's fair. That's typically when a lot of people find religion.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Where helping hands create safe places. Aww. Part of me has always wanted to do something like Habitats for Humanity and stuff, but I also just can't be a part of like a religious group for X amount of months. Even if it's to help people, I would absolutely
my mom
just
moved to
go
India
insane.
a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Aww. This is a very, very neat house. Oh, hi.
It was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
There we go. Oh, another point of no return. Oh, that's so cool.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh, it's a flip book. Achoo! This is some talent.
was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Do we ever learn any more about that? American newspaper available. Right.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
It wasn't supposed to be the other way, correct? I know that way is like sealed off, so. What about Louis? Okay. Oh, stairs up. We take stairs up. We no take stairs up. We take stairs back up.
Close the door first.
There we go. Okay. Oh no, we just have to move out of the way of the
Mom
door.
definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After
Why
he
would
graduated,
Lewis have
he
to
just
do with
spent
that?
more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Lewis's
Hookah.
room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Well, Lewis would be happy to know that in most states, this is, I mean, on pretty much federal level, this is definitely a thing. Lewis Finch locker content. Greater Seattle Institute of Psychology.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe
For
Lewis
weed.
first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh.
He kept working at the cannery.
Oh, okay. Give me a second.
But
I
he
was getting rid of my
withdrew
coffee.
himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to
Begin
Wonder.
to. Oh, neat. Okay.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
This is hard
Then something
to
moved.
maintain.
Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
Oh. There we go. This is like rubbing your stomach and patting your head.
But he found something more. I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss, but he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Puppy!
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Oh, oops.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
Fair enough.
He held an election for mayor.
Which of course he would win.
And he won. They begged him to
Congratulations,
stay,
Mario.
but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Lewistopia.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis.
St. Louis.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Oh.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
beautiful prince.
Beautiful prince.
Huh.
The prince was on his own quest for
radiant rainbows.
Radiant rainbows.
Yeah. Okay.
He followed the sound of his
silver harp.
Silver harp.
This requires so much, like, dedicated focus.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Oh, we can't see the machine anymore. Are you sure
He
logic
knew
is
the world was all in
sound?
his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
I mean, in the respect of creating worlds and stuff, you are technically a god.
For
So,
someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
I mean, it's... Yeah. Yeah.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard
In a
to
certain
argue
sense,
with.
yes. Oh. Yeah. The Imperial Palace, my
I began
marijuana
to forget the world we
paraphernalia.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Oh. Am I? Okay. I have a feeling I know where this is going.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
There are no fish there, sir.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him. His prince waiting, holding his crown.
Okay.
There was only one thing left to do.
Oh.
Bend down his head.
Got it.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Emily Nath.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
All right. That leaves good old mom.
On the way back
Oh,
from
and
Lewis's
Edie.
funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
To Teach and to Learn by Dawn Finch.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it
A
should
big
come
fight?
sooner.
Yeah, I can imagine that did not go well.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Is that a quill? Kind of a quill pen. Ah, got it. Everybody had
That
some
whole
sort of
last day,
documentation.
Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Okay. Right. Active participant time.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
That's cold. Story of the Finches.
There's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Oh, can we get to the house?
First and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know,
Yeah, probably like
I've
fish.
seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Oh, no. Oh,
I got turned around.
oh. Feel like we just keep heading in that general direction. We'll get to it, right?
I started seeing things.
Hey, that's our friend.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
kind of similar to what we're doing. In a lot of ways, actually.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Oh, God.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't.
That happens.
And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins.
Did we just get born?
It's a
or
lot
birthed?
to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
January 18th, 2017. I played this at just about the right time. A story by Giant Sparrow. For Shirley Dallas. Oh. Okay, at least the game audio is still going. My headphones just decided to die. Let's see. I don't know where my charging case is. Right here. The end of everything. Finish all the stories. Whew. Wow, yeah. I'm gonna turn down the music audio, but we're gonna sit through the credits. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Crazy. I love stories like this that, I don't know, that are so based in perspective and experience Yeah, I don't know. It's like I was saying a few stories ago, it's interesting that this game that started out with like, I don't know, kind of fun stories that have like tragic endings, but um there's still see names in the end credits. Oh, you can't see it on the screen, but apparently if you sit through the credits, that is a like secret achievement on Steam. But yeah, as the stories progress, they become just more real, more sad. Yeah, because the original first few are all like monster based, which makes me kind of wonder what really happened. But then there's the ironic train death, which isn't, I'm gonna say, the most realistic, but it is definitely like, you know, it's a story with a purpose more than just entertainment. And then beyond that, hi buddy. You can see Merlin back there and Dorian. um yeah, it was a story with a purpose. And then after that it started to get into real tragedies that happen to people. The unfortunate things that sometimes happen with babies. Um Kids disappearing. Uh you know, People with mental health struggles. All of these things that are very based in reality and just tug at you. And having it all like tied into one place. I know that's obviously like a visual storytelling thing. Um which is funny seeing this. I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool to have, kind of a place like this where it has like family history and yada yada, even though I myself am not into that with like my own family history, and I'm adopted and stuff, so there's a ton of stuff that I don't know and probably will never know. And like the idea of things being tied to a house, like Edie being so distraught over leaving this home that she made, which I can definitely understand why to an extent, but like what did we land on? I've had 13 addresses in the last 10 years or something.
I think you've had at least one.
But at least I know I've had more than one for a few years. But yeah, in the last decade I've moved um into the teens. Into the teens number of times. The end. Aw. To replay a story, option is now available. Select Edith to play from the beginning. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, okay, and then yeah, like the little leaves are the people that like got married in. Because like Dawn is our mom, we're the kids. Sanjay was our dad. He's not technically a Finch, but he's there by marriage. Okay, yeah. So interesting. This was such a good story. It was such a good game. We're gonna move this over to just chatting. It's weird not having a headphone in. It's almost like a security thing. Like, even though I wouldn't be able to hear anything anyway, because if you can't hear the game, I wouldn't be hearing the game either. I need to also turn down my mic now. But yeah, just such a good story. And I don't know. It's a thing that also makes you think about like legacy, the legacy that you want to leave and things that you want to do. Because so many of them like had aspirations in life that either were achieved on a smaller scale, or were part of their downfall. I don't know. Like I keep saying, it's definitely like a thinker game. But with that said, thank you for joining me tonight. I have been going for about 2.5 hours. Wow, that was quicker than I was expecting. That's what Dorian said it would about take me. But yeah, I was expecting that because I obviously like exploring things a little bit more, that it would take me a little bit longer. Really? What did I miss? Did I?
But also, there's just a lot more like hidden things read off of the.
Never mind, I apparently just wanted to get through this story. Dorian's telling me that there's things that I missed. Like almost an entire attic. Yeah, that's where it was trying to lead me at the beginning. And I instead went directly into I went into Calvin's room? No. It was the themed room, yeah. That was the room that I went into instead of going upstairs into the attic. I don't think I ever saw it was in the attic. Oh! Well then. How do you like that? Well, so realistically, this game should have taken me longer. Yeah, oops, something went wrong. Okay. Apparently something's wrong with my chat.
Oh, why?
I don't know. OBS is just saying something's wrong with chat. Huh. But, okay. Oh well. That just means this has slight replayability for me. Yeah. But, yeah, with that, my voice is getting a little bit tired. I think I'm going to also try and finish the Elusive Mad stream. So if you're in stream right now and you want to go check out someone else, I know the Elusive Mad is, or I think the Elusive Mad is still on right now. So I'm going to hop over there. But thank you everybody for joining me on this little journey tonight. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Whoop. Once again, always easier when it's a video instead of a stream. I can't just click things over. All right, have a good night, everybody.